Hello, Capricorn. It is time for your March 2025 reading. We're going to start off with an oracle card. This month it's astrology cards to see what your primary energy or theme is in the month ahead. And we have Pluto. So, Pluto can be an indication that there's a major change coming. You may kind of know what it is, but it's going to arrive, it's going to be much more jarring when it happens than you may anticipate. Um, it's a way to clear the way for your growth. It's like something has kind of had you in a net a little bit, and this is a way you're finding your way out of the net, or the net is going to fall apart in some way, which sets you free. But there's also a sense of having comfort, having gotten used to being within that net. So there's going to be adjustments after too. It's going to be learning to live your life in a new way without perceived restrictions, if you will. And that's the vibe I'm getting from that for you. Let's see what your tarot cards are. What is it that we have for Capricorn in March? Yeah. Eight of Jazz, which is the Eight of Wands. The Fool. Roots. Six of Roots. The Page of Blues. And the Moon. Yep. It all lines up. That's it. Done. No, kidding. In this deck, in particular, porches are a very important thing. It's sort of a liminal space, a transformative space, a space where information can be held or learned, or where you have it's a part of the house and yet it's part of the outside also. It's a place where you can get to know your neighbors, but you're in the safety of your space, your home. You can see things happening on the outside. You can keep your eye on what's going on. It gives you a sense of community. And in a way, it brings community or makes community part of your home, part of your space. I think that's the important part here for you. It's like you're opening your home in some way to others. And maybe that's what's happening kind of much more quickly than anticipated, and you're having to adjust for that. So I just wanted to call that out separately because that is significant in this deck. And it was pulling to me. So we do have positive things around this porch. So it's not a negative thing necessarily, but it is definitely going to be an adjustment. All right, let's get into all the cards. So starting off here with the Eight of Jazz, which is the equivalent of the Eight of Wands. This is indicated things happening quickly and needing to be ready to handle them. Making sure you're prepared in case something happens. So that when things start flying, you're ready. You have planned for it. If you haven't planned for it, just know you're going to need to act swiftly to get things addressed so that everything can fall into place, at least in a relatively smooth. There's still chaos involved because there's so much going on, but you're in a place where you can handle it in spite of everything going on around you. So just know that you'll have the ability to handle what's coming and just be ready to be on it. Just be prepared, I should say. Don't like hold your body tense and stuff in anticipation. Just have some plans in place. Well, if this were to happen, this is what I would want done. Maybe this, maybe that. If this happened, we can plan for that or that. Just have it on the back burner so you're ready to act. And then we have the Fool, which is very appropriate with this Pluto card too. Pluto is a new beginning, a fresh start. There's a sense of anticipation and eagerness about this. You are ready to take those steps down this new path. You've been anticipating this perhaps for a while, and now here it is. And you're ready. You are prepared. You don't even necessarily have to be prepared for everything that's coming because you don't know what it's all going to entail until you're in the mix of it, until you start going down that path. But you're taking that first step. You're going for it. It's not a time to hold back. It's a time to say, okay, well, let's go. Let's do this. I got this. Whatever comes, we can handle it when we need to. We don't have to know which direction we're going right now. We just have to trust that we're going the right way. And then we get to this Six of Roots card again, that porch card. Now, generally, the Six of Roots, which is the equivalent of Pentacles, which is an earth element, and definitely kind of Capricorn-y energy. The Six of Roots is about reciprocity. So perhaps this is some way you've been wanting to give back to your community or have been in some way wanting to help. And now the opportunity is here where you can give at a level that you're comfortable with and where you feel like you are paying back in a way, or there's reciprocity involved here. So you're giving back as much as you've been receiving, if you will, from the community. Perhaps you're just participating in a bake sale of some type. Perhaps you are helping manage the bake sale. I would say it's a bigger role than just a participant. This is a bigger deal for you. This could also be inviting someone into your home, perhaps for a short stay, or maybe giving cooking lessons or some other kind of life lessons to those in your community who need them because they've never had that guidance, and you can provide that. But it definitely feels like community involvement with this card because it is a porch card and it's giving in return for receiving. So you have an opportunity here to give back and you're embracing it, or you want to embrace it. Feels like you're excited about it too. And then we have the Page of Blues, which is the equivalent of Cups. This may be a younger person around you who can have a very vivid imagination, can seem very emotional. Right now, they let their emotions pull them in whatever direction they want to go. Not the person wants to go, but where the emotions want you to go. So they could seem very dramatic. They can seem very petulant in a way, or resentful. But they're a little bit, I don't want to say lost. Maybe a little bit wary too. I mean, it's like teenage angst, right? They don't trust the parents. They don't trust the adults in the community. So they're figuring that out. They're figuring out how to navigate life. And perhaps they've recently had a change in their family or something, and that's part of what their angst is and what's causing them to maybe emotionally lash out. This is somebody you may need to guide in some way or help, or maybe you just need to offer a shoulder to cry on with no judgment, or a safe space for them to just come and be themselves and not think about everything else going around. Maybe this is somebody you need to offer to help teach them bake with no strings attached. Not talking about anything, just hanging out, baking, because that can be therapeutic too, right? Creating something can help. So you uniquely will have a way or something to help them with, or a way to help them navigate through this time. If you give yourself a chance to do that, but without pushing on them. Your unique way of doing things, I would put it that way. And then we have the Moon. Secrets revealed, things coming to light. This may be something about the community. Maybe it's related to this younger person here, but there are depths to this, and to the way you respond to this that you did not expect, that you were not anticipating. There's a deep emotional depth to this. Maybe you have an emotional connection in some way to whatever it is this person's going through, or to whatever this big change is here. In a way, maybe you're reacting or did not expect yourself to react on an emotional level in the way that you have or are while you're going through it. It's definitely going to be an opportunity for growth, if you will, on an emotional level. Discovering your own inner core of strength in a way that you would never have anticipated. I'm trying to feel into what this is. It's like it's not necessarily an emotional trigger, but it's almost like a recollection of events when you were younger, and you're now seeing them in a new light, which gives you a new perspective on the situation and how you reacted then versus how you might respond now if you were in the shoes of the elders at that time, if that makes sense. And hopefully it does resonate with some of you. But it gives you a whole new perspective on yourself and how you would respond if you had been back then, if you had been the adults back then. So there's a level of maturity and newfound respect for whatever did happen, and a new enlightenment or new context to use in the present moment in a way that can benefit yourself and everyone. All right, Capricorn, that is what I have for you for your March reading. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonated with you or not. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.